Hey gang, this is Ask Denise, and Gina has asked me for some help with this little problem. Her feet are stretched out from pregnancy, so you know in pregnancy you get the looser connective tissue, and so her feet have stretched out, her arches have fallen, and now she has recurring plantar fasciitis, which she has had treatment for, but it just keeps coming back. She's finding that standing balancing poses are really painful because of the foot activation, and of course when your arch falls, it is going to really wreak havoc in your body, to be honest. If you don't have arches to begin with, it's not so bad, but when you have them and then they fall, then it really usually does produce pain. Okay, so I asked her a few more questions. She has been wearing orthotics for a few months. She has a desk job. She wears slippers indoors. So anyways, I won't give you any more details than that, but here's what I suggest for you, Gina. Okay, number one, you got to roll your feet. For feet, it's super essential for both strengthening and mobilization that you roll the feet, especially if you have recurring plantar fasciitis. So I recommend what I'm doing right now, which is compression and release. I'm using a yoga tune-up ball, which is ideal for this. If you use something too hard, you're probably just going to find it too painful. So here's what I'll do to actually strengthen. I'm going to grasp it with my toes and then splay them out. Grasp and splay. That's going to wake up some of my muscles under the arches of my feet. And of course, it helps me with toe function, which is really important. I'm going to do this too. See, I'm holding it with my toes, and then I'm going to extend my great toe. So Gina, very important to be working on your feet and work on this area right here, which is probably where you're finding most of the tenderness in your plantar fasciitis. And, you know, put the ball right there and put some pressure on it. You know, I want you to know that it's might be pretty uncomfortable, but it's important to do, and you will get used to the sensation. Start slow, don't be aggressive, but you've got to roll your feet. Okay, super important for you to roll your feet. The other things that you can be doing are make sure you do not walk around your house or when you walk your dogs with your feet turned out. Work toward getting the feet organized straight ahead, okay? And I'm saying that because your arch is naturally going to collapse. You get a lot more pronation of the foot when you walk with your feet turned out. It's naturally going to fall in. But if you walk with your feet straight, it's going to help you wake up those arches, okay? So even if your foot has spread out a little bit, or even a lot during pregnancy, you can strengthen. You may not narrow your foot, but you can strengthen it. You can wake up those arches. Here's another excellent practice for strengthening your arches, and that is putting a block, or you could put a small ball, but I find this really difficult, so I would start you off with a block. You could even use a pillow or something, and you want to start lifting your heels, okay? So I know it's pretty simple, but what you need to do is lift and splay your toes, bring your body weight into your forefoot, and then slowly come up. Woo! It's hard even for me to do. So I would invite you to put your hand on a wall or a counter, and then you're just going to slowly raise your heels and slowly bring them down, up and down. And you're going to do as many as you can. You might find you fatigue quickly at first, but it's very important that you do. This is one of the best exercises. And I'm not just squeezing the block, I'm also dialing my energy outward, as though I want to spread my feet apart, but I keep them grounded. So that's an important aspect. So heel lifting. You may have been given toe or towel scrunches by a physiotherapist or a chiropractor, but that's this exercise. I like to use a band for this, but a towel works well as well. Can you see how that's causing my arch to lift? So that is a pretty effective exercise. It's not quite as effective as the heel raise exercise with the block between your lower legs, because that's requiring you to bear weight, and it requires quite a bit more strength. So work up to it slowly. And I want to suggest that you wear your orthotics as little as possible, because your feet will become dependent on them, and it'll be really hard to strengthen sufficiently so you can do without them. And you don't really want to sentence yourself to a life with orthotics, if possible, if you can reclaim the strength and function of your feet. Okay, Gina, what I've suggested, ball rolling, active heel raises, walking with your feet straight, towel scrunches. These are all daily practices. So you can start slow, you don't have to go into pain, but build on it every day, and this is going to make a big difference. And I would love to hear how you do with it. I want to strongly, strongly encourage you to make it a daily practice. And please let me hear from you in a few weeks. Okay, give yourself about 4 to 5 weeks to feel a really big difference. Okay, good luck with it, Gina. Thank you so much for asking me this question. Take care.